So I've had some people reach out to me and ask me about what I take daily in terms of supplements. So I put together a little list, took some notes, just going to hit on the core of what I take daily. Now this doesn't necessarily include some of the stuff that I take as far as muscle building specifically for that, although I do have creatine and beet powder and stuff on this list, but it's because they have added benefits other than just muscle building or athletic performance or that kind of thing. So really at the top of the list I have fish oil, and fish oil does so many things that I could do a whole video just on fish oil and the benefits of it, but just hitting on the high points. Fish oil reduces blood pressure, triglycerides. It will slow the development of plaque in your arteries if you're predisposed to that because of genetics. Can reduce the chance of heart attack and stroke. It increases your brain power, and it reduces your chances of cognitive decline. And more we're seeing that that it can fish oil can help with brain plasticity and may even be some sort of treatment for some of those type of cognitive decline diseases. Number two on the list is turmeric. Turmeric is also a very powerful anti-inflammatory. It reduces the chances of heart disease, Alzheimer's, and other brain diseases, and it helps with aches and pains. That's really kind of the added benefit from this, is that it really helps with aches and pains. And so even though that's not the main benefit and why I take it specifically, it certainly helps, especially as we get older. A lot of those aches and pains and arthritis from years in the gym. Next one on the list is vitamin D and K. I don't separate these two because your body will not absorb vitamin D, and it's vitamin D3 nearly as well if you don't take K. K and D are that synergistic. I do not take them one without the other. And so vitamin D specifically really promotes healthy tissue throughout the body. And that, again, that's the main reason I take it. But some of the added benefits, it helps to regulate blood sugar, it helps with mood and clarity, and helps with my productivity and that sort of thing. Number two on the list is also a synergistic pair. It's magnesium and potassium. Don't take one without the other. They actually help regulate the electrical signals throughout your body, especially the heart. So you can see why it's so important that you keep that in balance and regulated. One of the added benefits from the combination as well is that it relaxes the walls to your arteries, and so it actually has the added benefit of cardiovascular health. Number five, I believe we're at on the list, niacin. Lowers triglycerides and cholesterol and boosts your brain function. Used it for years. I definitely can tell the difference when I'm not taking it. So that's, again, that's a mainstay on my list. Ubiquinol. Ubiquinol is CoQ10 that has been converted to the usable form by your body typically. Now, as we get older, your body can't as efficiently take that CoQ10 and convert it into ubiquinol. So I recommend anyone over the age of 40 use ubiquinol, because you're not going to convert nearly as much, and so it's going to be much more efficient and cost effective to spend a little bit more money and get ubiquinol. And ubiquinol is just an extremely good it's eliminates free radicals in your body, I guess is the best way to summarize it. Is it an anti-inflammatory? Yes, but to me it's even more than that. The research I've done, it is an extremely sophisticated, high-grade eliminator of free radicals from your body. So ubiquinol has been on this list for years and will continue to stay on there. Beet powder. So beet powder has nitrates and other compounds found in beets that may prevent heart disease, certain types of cancers, can enhance athletic performance. It's a nitric oxide enhancer, so it's a vasodilator. So there's many health benefits to it. And also you take it, on the days that I work out, I take it with my creatine, so that I get the benefits of the pump and such that come from the beet powder. But again, that's not the principal purpose for taking it. It just happens to be timing on the day of the workouts that benefit my workouts and the pump. Vitamin A, eye health and immunity health. Pretty plain and simple. There's some other things that it does, but those are the two main reasons I take it. Vitamin C boosts immunity as well. Everybody knows that. It helps prevent chronic disease. But what it also does is it helps to protect your memory, and that's one of the main reasons I take it as well as protecting my immunity. So creatine, we were talking about creatine, and everybody knows, anybody that's lifted a weight in the past 30 years knows about creatine and muscle cell hydration and volumization, and how it helps to create ATP for the Krebs cycle, for intracellular energy. But what they're finding out now is that it can even be used to treat, not just prevent, but treat neurological disorders like Parkinson's or even perhaps Alzheimer's. So I think it's something that they're going to continue to research, and they will probably use it to treat. It will be an active therapy to treat some of these diseases, in the elderly or people who develop this at a premature age. So it's not just about the muscle building properties and the athletic performance properties of creatine. It's about the health properties. And these are my mainstays. Again, I was talking about kratom. I can do a whole video on kratom. It probably will, because I have a lot of people that ask me about it. It helps with some of the stuff that I deal with when my chronic Lyme disease is flaring up, as well as the oil of oregano that I cycle on and off of. But these are the ones that I take daily, and this is just something that I don't deviate from. And so I highly recommend it. If you have any questions and you want to ask me about any of them, inbox me or hit me up on my email. We are going to do the video that I talked about as far as pathways to longevity. It'll probably be not the next one, because we're going to do a muscle building video probably after this one, but maybe the next one after that. So for you young people, make sure you send it to your parents and your grandparents, because it's a lot of the latest research that's been done in terms of the 4 major pathways to longevity, not just longevity, but health span. So thanks for listening. If you have any questions, or if you want to hit me up for one of the diets, inbox me or email me. Thanks for listening.